great to see it back open again. Thank you to Duke's Caterers for the great food that you're eating today. Before I start, I would like to say, obviously, a lot of people travel. We have a lot of people out of town that got here. What a great job our street department did this weekend. I'd like to thank Jim Drizza and Mike Newlands and all the hardworking men and women in the street department and our motor maintenance division to keep the plows up and running. That was a heck of a storm, and I think we really nailed it. So, good job to our people in the street. I would like to thank the Joliet Chamber of Commerce for putting this on and Mary Jo Worcester for a great leadership. There's a number of elected officials here. I'm not going to try to name them all by name because I'll fail, but I would like to point out our County Executive Larry Walsh is here. Thank you, Larry. State Rep Natalie Manley is here. State Rep Mark Batnick is here. All the county board members who are here. There's a number of Joliet City Council people who are here. Councilman Mike Turk, Councilwoman Jan Coleman, Councilman Pat Mudrin, Councilman Terry Morris, Councilman John Girl, Councilman Larry Hugg, Councilwoman Betty Gavin, and Councilman John Dickinson. Thank you each and every one of you for coming. We also have several visiting mayors who came to Joliet today. I'd like to recognize Mayor Strike from Lockport, Mayor Clark from Bolingbrook, and Mayor Cherville from Naperville. Thank you very much for coming. Good to see you. I would like to thank all the members of my law firm who came here today. Thank you for coming. And I would like to point out Leslie Allred. Leslie's my partner. She's a wonderful person, wonderful attorney, a wonderful business partner. And we work for Leslie and the people at that table. I would not be able to spend as much time being the mayor of our great city. So thank you for all the hard work. And then finally, I would like to thank my mother-in-law, Ruth Evans, is here, and my wife, Rebecca. As many of you know in the room, Rebecca fell ill last August. It was something that very suddenly. We're still trying to find out what's going on. It's been a struggle for our family. We're going to Mayo Clinic next week, and we're hoping we finally get some answers and diagnosis. But I do want to tell Rebecca thank you. She's still by my side every day. As the mayor's can attest, this is a difficult job, and it's important to have someone. So Rebecca, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. And I know next year we're going to get the next year. So let's get right into this. This is difficult. I practiced a speech on Saturday and it was running around an hour. So I cut it into trying to keep this in manageable length. I know everyone has schedules. I want to respect your time. Now, be frank with you, it's difficult to give a 45-minute speech and touch on everything that's happened in the city of Joliet. It's been a tremendous time the last couple of years for the city. I talked last year about continuing the momentum, not taking our foot off the gas. We didn't do it in 2017. We kept moving forward. Somebody hit a lot of different things somewhat briefly, but the things that I couldn't mention, I apologize. There's things that should be in the speech that aren't, but I figured what I could. So let's get right into it. We saw some internal changes in 2017 year in the city of Joliet, beginning with the retirement of city manager Jim Howe. He announced in March that he was leaving the city. He retired in April. So we conducted a nationwide search for the next city manager. We had 88 candidates applying for the position. That was narrowed down to 13 finalists who interviewed extensively with the city council. I'll be frank, I think the council would agree. All 13 members, all 13 finalists were qualified to do this job. But of the 13, we chose David Hales. David joined the city in the month of November. He's been working with us for a couple of months. David is bringing 30 years of local government experience to Joliet, as well as previous 9 years, he was the city manager in the city of Bloomington. So David, welcome aboard. Looking forward to working with you. I think the early returns are great. I think everyone who has dealt with David is impressed and going to do good things moving forward. Having said that, for that period between April and November, the city of Joliet did not have a city manager. Our corporation council, Marty Shanahan, stepped up as the interim city manager. I can tell you from working with Marty on a daily basis, he did an outstanding job. Wanted the city council and people showing for you to get a gratitude for the hard work that you did this summer. Chris Regis, the inspector. Chris Regis, the city inspector general, also stepped up to fill Marty's role as a corporation council. So myself, Chris, and Marty work together on a daily basis. Again, Chris, thank you for your hard work. All the city staff recognize that we were flying shorthand and that they had to step up. So all the department heads and city staff, thank you for your hard work on behalf of the city council. We did a great job filling the void between April and November, but David Hales got our vote, so thank you. In April, we had elections, and Councilwoman Brooke Hernandez Brewer was replaced by Councilman Don Dickinson. Don, I promise you the picture. I think it's up behind me. You never look so good, Don. Congratulations, Councilman Dickinson. Don's done a great job in the first year of the council. I look forward to working with you moving forward. Congratulations on joining the city council. So internally, I've talked a lot as mayor about changes within the city government, trying to update the city of Joliet government, really bring it into the 21st century. We continue to do that in 2017. I'm going to touch on some of the things that we did internally. Some of these things people in Joliet don't necessarily see. It's more what's happening in City Hall. Number one, we launched a new city website in 2017 with the idea of enhancing the transparency of city government. This new website gives the greater ability of citizens to access documents immediately as opposed to filing FOIA requests and coming down to City Hall. We also, on the new website, for the first time, included an economic development section to let the people of Joliet know about the economic development within the city of Joliet. And I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the speech. I think you're going to know why, because there's a tremendous amount of development going on in the city. We also conducted an IT analysis on our system in Joliet city government. I think the picture behind me, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. When I talk about bringing the city into the 21st century, this is what the city computer system looked like before 2017. So I think the IT analysis was overdue. We're upgrading numerous areas of city government to maximize efficiency and minimize costs. It's an ongoing process, but thank you to David Brennan and his team for the hard work of getting Joliet city government up to date. We hired last year for the first time, the city council approved and hired an animal control officer. What we found in Joliet, we had a number of some really horrific events that happened with dangerous animals or dangerous dogs, attacks on people, attacks on other dogs. When it happened to Joliet, police would respond as first responders, animal control would respond, but there was a void. There was no one left after the initial response to see these things through. We hired an animal control officer. He's done an outstanding job. We're now able to administratively prosecute these cases and make sure that there is compliance with the offenders. We filled in a void that we missed before. We're budgeted for a second spot. I can see us hiring in 2018, but it's been a great addition to city government. And congratulations to City Council on stepping up and filling that void. The Joliet Fire Department last year handled 21,000 calls for services. We also did a Manning study and determined that 87% of the calls that come in to the fire department are handled by the ambulances. So it's about 18,000 ambulance runs, about 3,000 fire-related calls. In between, because of the 18,000 ambulance runs, the Joliet Fire Department was able to collect $5,352,000 in ambulance fees. They also were able, in between handling these calls, were able to conduct tests and flush in every single fire hydrant in the city of Joliet, and 7,686 fire hydrants were all checked, verified that they're operating and flushed by the Joliet Fire Department. So Joe Formos, Chief Formos, good work to you and your department, thank you. The Joliet Police Department last year handled 91,000 calls for service. It's almost 5 times what the fire department handled. Great job to Chief Ben and his staff for the hard work they did and for all our police officers. A couple of things I want to mention about the police department. In July, we had a meeting. Myself, Chris Regis, Marty Shanahan met with the chief and the administration of the police department. And we said that we thought we had a problem that needed to be addressed regarding truck traffic inside the city of Joliet. It's been a hot topic. There's been some horrific accidents in I-80. We knew trucks were running overweight throughout the city. We knew they were going on streets where they didn't belong to be on, and we could look and see that the permits for overweight trucks were down. So Chief Beck agreed at that meeting to move 4 officers from the patrol division, put them in the traffic division, and have them specifically target truck enforcement in the city of Joliet. And I'm happy to say we got a great result. We had 920 tickets issued following that July meeting, with the city collecting $1.45 million in fees for the overweight trucks. So Chief Beck and your staff, thank you for the hard work of the traffic division you guys are doing. We appreciate it. I also would say that in 2017, we hired 14 new police officers, and we currently have 7 new police officers in the academy. So again, City Council is an outstanding job. We understand how important public safety is in the city of Joliet. There was a period where the police department was understaffed, where we had to do away with programs like the neighborhood policing program, and we saw the negative effects of that. So this council is committed to not letting that happen again. So thank you, Joliet City Council. Regarding utilities, Joliet, as many of you know, is a very diverse city, diverse in a lot of different ways. One of the areas of diversity we have in the city, we have neighborhoods, entire neighborhoods where the houses are less than 10 years old, and we have entire neighborhoods where the houses are over 100 years old. So with a city our age, there's an old and aging infrastructure that needs to be addressed. I can tell you that in 2017, the Joliet City Council took it to task and started addressing the infrastructure. We laid 20,500 lineal feet of water main in 2017. That's approximately 4 miles of new water main. That's not just repairing broken water mains, this is replacing new water mains within the city. That was a cost of $6.6 million. We also rehabilitated 48,000 lineal feet of sewer main and new sewer pipes throughout the city. It's about 9 miles of new sewer pipe. That's a cost of $6.2 million. So in 2017, the city of Joliet spent about $13 million working on our infrastructure. That's a great job. Again, I think an important step by the city council. We're going to see that moving forward. We're going to see the same in 2018 going forward. It's something we need to do, and we are doing. So thank you, city council. We also replaced 600 manholes within the city. A couple other items, just internal items. One that was publicized was the waste management contract. Waste management has done the garbage pickup for the city of Joliet for a number of years. The contract was coming up in 2017. And there was internal pressure and external pressure put on the city council not to go out to bid. To cut a deal with waste management, to keep it internal. The city council stood strong and did force the bid process to go through. I think the results were outstanding. We have a number of expanded services within the city of Joliet. There's now weekly recycling pickup, which didn't exist before. There's at-your-door electronic pickup for Joliet residents, that didn't exist before. We have household hazardous waste pickup, which didn't exist before. All this was done at a savings of over $40 million from the next highest bidder. So I do congratulate Waste Management for winning the contract. I credit the city council. Joliet city residents are going to see significant improvements in their garbage pickup. They're not going to see an increase in raises in price raises for several years, and the city is going to get a savings from this. Also like to point out that Waste Management brought to the table, they're going to give a yearly grant to the city of Joliet, a community support grant. For the first 6 years of this 10-year contract, it's going to be $250,000 a year. That number is going to go up the last 4 years. In the first year, we applied that money to the Rialto Theater and to Joliet Route 66 Stadium, the baseball stadium downtown. So I do want to thank Waste Management for stepping up and for being a great community partner. And again, compliment the city council for standing strong and enforcing the bid process with that contract. And then the last internal thing that we implemented, and to my colleague mayors from other cities, I would recommend this. Something I talked about during my campaign about a volunteer snow shoveling program. And I think a lot of people look at me like I was crazy. Well, there are cities in the Chicagoland area that do this. We kind of modeled our program off of the city of Evanston. Essentially, Councilwoman Betty Gavin was crucial in this, and Pastor Heath, getting together volunteers within the city of Joliet and having senior citizens and people with disabilities sign up for this service. So we have people who want to help. We have church groups that are getting involved. We have high school students that need community service hours, all working under the discretion of Pastor Heath, and they're all shoveling snow for the people with disabilities and for the seniors in our community. So the first year we're doing it, I'm hearing great returns on it. I know this program is going to be expanded, the more it gets out, the word gets out moving forward, but we initiated this in 2017. It's a great program. Again, to some of our other cities here, I absolutely would recommend it. It's really as well over Joliet. But thank you, Councilman Gavin and Pastor Heath for putting this together. So if I could talk briefly about the city finances. Again, if you've been at the last speeches the last couple of years, I talked about the permits and the increases that happened in Joliet, how well we were doing financially. And I keep saying we need to keep the foot on the gas, we need to keep moving the city forward. We did that in 2017. We added $4 million to our revenues, which is a significant number even for a city our size. If I go over the permits real quick, in 2017, the city of Joliet issued 221 residential permits. We issued 23 commercial permits, 8 industrial permits. All total, the city of Joliet issued 5,498 permits. The value of these permits, the value of the new construction and the property added to the city of Joliet was $272 million. That's an incredible number. Again, even for a city our size, to add that much value to the city of Joliet. So again, thank you to our staff, thank you to Kendall Jackson, Steve Jones, and again, the challenge gets thrown down again. We can't stop and get people moving this forward. That's a great job. In 2017, the city of Joliet had to take $1.6 million from our reserve fund to balance the budget. Now, in the city, our city budget is approximately $280 million. $1.6 million is less than 1%. It's somewhat negligible, but it's something that is bad. We don't want to see happen. We'd rather add to the reserve fund that we have in years past than we have to do this year. Part of the issue with the reserve fund came from the state budget process, the state budget that was passed in the summer, which took money from the city that had not been budgeted for. And, I spoke out against this somewhat when it happened in the summertime, and I spoke with all our state representatives. Quite frankly, very candid conversations, good conversations. I'm not here to try to solve the state budget crisis or the state budget issues. I don't have the answers. I know how hard our senators and representatives are working, and how well they're doing to represent this community. As the advocate for the people of Joliet, from the mayor, it's my job to say I think local tax dollars should stay here locally. Having said that, with the $1.6 million that was taken out, the city of Joliet ended the year with a healthy $53 million in our reserve fund. The rule of thumb and city statutes say that Joliet needs to have 2 months worth of reserves to pay the bills. If all our income streams are cut off, that we have the money for 2 months worth of bills, for payroll and bills to keep the city afloat. That's 60 days. The $53 million we have in our reserve fund is enough for 107 days. We almost are double where we need to be. So again, great job, Jim Gadati, David Hales, Jim Hawk, and City Council, great job. The city of Joliet's being managed responsibly and properly, and we are in good financial condition. One final number I'll mention, then we'll get to the fun stuff, but is the estimated assessed value of Joliet property. Last year when I gave this speech, I reported that Joliet property rose 5.5% in 2016. Happy to say in 2017 we beat that number. Property within the city of Joliet rose on an average of 6.4%. So what that means, if you own property in the city of Joliet, on average, your property value rose 12% the last 2 years. It's a great number. It's a testament to what I'm saying. The city is trending in the right direction. We're moving forward. If I could talk a little bit about the economic development, which really was kind of the nuts and bolts of this speech. And it became difficult deciding what I was going to talk about and what I wasn't going to talk about. 2 weeks ago, Jim Rolfe, who I saw in the back, and Rod Tonelli gave a half-hour, 40-minute speech just on the economic development in downtown. It could easily be done. This entire speech could have been about economic development in downtown or citywide. And I'll be frank, and Mary, this might be a cue, but I know Steve Jones could give a half-hour speech on the economic development of the prison. So there's a lot going on. Let me touch on some things very quickly. Steve, I just volunteered for prison. Very quickly, on the downtown area, in 2017, Joliet expanded and extended the special service area and the TIF district in downtown. What that means essentially is that tax dollars taken from the neighborhood within the TIF district and the special service area are going to be reinvested in that neighborhood. It's a program that works very well. It's worked well downtown. It's going to work moving forward. And the city, I think, wisely decided to expand the zone, expand the area, not just on the borders of downtown, but east on Cass Street, north on Collins Street, and south on Chicago Street. And I'll be frank, I think moving forward, we're going to consider possibly doing this going over the river on West Jefferson and on Ruby Street. But it's an important step towards the development downtown. It was done in 2017. In 2017, just a couple months ago, we did the groundbreaking for the county courthouse. I do want to thank Larry Walsh and all the Will County board members who played a role in this for the partnership with the city of Joliet. As we speak, they're working on demoing the First Street West building. That courthouse is going to get built in downtown Joliet. In 2017, we also negotiated and entered into an intergovernmental agreement with the county to open up Chicago Street. Again, thank you to our colleagues on the county board. Opening Chicago Street, as every study the city has done about downtown, has pointed to open Chicago Street as being crucial towards opening up downtown, having direct access from I-80 into downtown Joliet. The city has talked about doing this for years. There's been considered land swaps. Things were on the table for 20 years. In 2017, we stopped talking about it, and we did it. We are going to continue with Chicago Street, the rescape of Chicago Street. It's going to happen. The curbs are going to be brought back to where they used to be. The street is going to be straightened out, more friendly for business and for people coming downtown. The city center square that's been talked about for years is moving forward. It's going to happen. The Van Buren Plaza. Part of the intergovernmental agreement contemplated the city gaining ownership of this old State's Attorney building, or the big building that you call Road Clinton. We have control of that. It's going to be demoed starting in March. That building's coming down. That square is going to happen. In 2017, the city of Joliet opened 2 microbreweries. The city had none prior to last year. Migraine Downtown, Migraine Pub in Union Station, and Elder Brewing Company, which opened on East Cass Street, which again, I talked about expanding the special service area. This is an example of where it paid off. This is a new business just outside of downtown on East Cass Street. And again, it goes part of the city plan. There's new money coming into older neighborhoods to rehab, refurbish new old neighborhoods, gentrify old neighborhoods. And the other thing I think is important about the brew pubs, when I mentioned them, again, it follows the city plan for developing downtown. These are drawing younger people into our city, younger people on East Cass Street, younger people at Union Station. So thank you, Migraine and Elder Brewing, for their investment in Joliet. Downtown continued to brand itself as an entertainment capital here in Will County, starting with the Rialto Theater. When I gave this speech a year ago, the future of the theater was murky. And I'm probably being polite when I say murky. They couldn't pay their bills, they couldn't book shows. There was a lot of dissension within the city council, within the community about further funding and support of the Rialto Theater. The board reorganized under the leadership of Bob Filato. They have got the Rialto Theater up and running on their feet. They're doing an incredible job. Just last Saturday for 3 Doors Down, they had a sellout concert. So the theater made great strides in 2017. It's going to continue moving forward in 2018. The Forge opened up. It's another music venue. Opened up on Cass Street, downtown Joliet, in April of 2017. It's a little bit different of a music venue with a different crowd, younger people. But since April of last year, the Forge has had 167 shows at their location. Once again, these are bringing people to downtown, and not just Joliet people, people from outside our community, outside the area, being drawn into downtown, into Joliet to spend their money. So great work for people at the Forge. I have to mention the City Center Partnership and the Chamber of Commerce. When I was elected mayor, one of the first meetings I had, I kind of threw down the gauntlet. And I said, look, everything we do in downtown Joliet, in the summer months, in the warm months, every festival we have, the people in this community support. And he basically said, there's no idea is a bad idea. Let's open this up. Let's see what we can do. And both of those groups have done a great job stepping up. You're seeing increased, you're seeing concerts, you're seeing parades, increased events. Almost every weekend in the summer is getting filled up. There's more coming in 2018. Whether we're talking about Star Wars Days, or Kids Fest, or New Orleans North, or the Fiesta on Lake Holly, which I probably mispronounced, but I think there's a picture of the Fiesta behind me, where we're seeing 10,000 people coming into downtown for the street festival. So great job to those two groups. I know we're plowing forward. There's more events scheduled for 2018. I'm looking forward to it, but thank you for stepping up and answering the challenge and helping with downtown. And then finally, in regard to downtown, in 2017, the Joliet City Council made a decision, I think a very prudent decision, to install new turf at Silver Cross Stadium. Again, this is something that's happening as we speak. The grass is gone, the all-purpose turf is going in. And the idea was, we have a beautiful stadium sitting there that's mothballed 6 or 7 months out of the year. And the Slammers have done a terrific job, but we felt in the City Council that the stadium was being underutilized. We want to see events there year-round. We want to see events there on a daily or a nightly basis. Even in the summertime, because of the baseball season, they had to be careful what they could do with the grass and not burn out the grass. The new turf is going to bring a lot more people, again, into Joliet, into downtown, not just Joliet people, people from outside our community. I think it was a great investment. I think we're going to see good returns starting this year moving forward. Okay, outside of downtown, some of the economic development. I'll start with the south regions of Joliet. Lately there's been a lot of talk locally with traffic on I-80. And I think a lot of it centers around Elwood and the North Point proposal. It's a very controversial proposal. Because of the talk, there's been mentioned over and over again about the warehouses, about temporary jobs, about truck traffic. Well, there's certainly some truth to that. Even in the Joliet region, there's some truth to that. But that's not an accurate picture of everything that's going on in Joliet. There are other jobs, other companies, other corporations that have come in besides simply warehousing. Last year, every year I've given this speech, I've identified, last year we talked about Amazon bringing in 3,500 jobs to our community. Those are not 3,500 warehouse workers. It's a component of what's here, but it's not an accurate representation. I do want to mention a couple companies that came in 2017. I don't think this has ever been publicized or publicized correctly, but I think the people of Joliet need to have the full picture of what's happening in their South region. Communications Test Design opened a plant in Joliet in 2017. This is a 500,000 square foot facility. They do testing, repairing, and distribution of electronic equipment. They have hired 600 people for their facility. They have pledged to hire 500 more in the next 5 years. I want to welcome to Joliet, and again, this is more than simply logistics and warehousing. Another company that came in 2017 to that area is M2M in Motion. This is a company that was based out of Schaumburg. They moved their entire operation, including their corporate headquarters, to Joliet. They're bringing with them 50 computer programming and code writing jobs. And essentially, they provide fleet management, data solutions, and analysis for the logistic companies that are here in Joliet. So this is important. This is the second year in a row that I'm giving a speech about corporate headquarters relocating to Joliet. Last year I talked about Cadence coming from ELSA. Now we're talking about M2M in Motion. This is something that the City Council has tasked itself with, and we've given the directive to Steve Jones. This is what we want to see coming to Joliet. It is happening. So I just want to mention those companies. A great job again, City staff and City Council for making that happen. Regarding the rest of the city, now probably the most topical issue right now would be the Joliet prison. What's going on at the prison? In a nutshell, and I'm going to address this quickly. The prison was vacated in 2002. It has sat as blighted property in the city of Joliet for the last 15 years. There's been high-profile incidents at the prison. Most notably this year, in 2017, we had 2 fires, arsons that were started inside the prison. So after the second arson in July, I got together with Marty Shanahan and Chris Regis. We decided that the city of Joliet could not ignore this problem anymore. We didn't own the property, we didn't have control over the property, but it wasn't enough to point towards the Department of Corrections or state government saying you need to do something. We decided internally we were going to do something to get this done. We met with the Collins Street Task Force with Senator McGuire and Representative Larry Walsh Jr. We went down to Springfield, met with numerous different agencies, including the head of the Department of Corrections. What we were able to do, largely led by Chris Regis, who was then the Corporation Counsel, was work out a 5-year lease where Joliet, paying a nominal fee, now has control of the property. The idea was to get inside, stabilize this property, to clean up the blight, to try to prevent people from breaking in before somebody got hurt or got killed, and it was going to happen, and to open up the market to see what could be done with this property. I can tell you the response is, I think it's blown everybody away in city staff who's dealing with it. We have mortgage brokers and different entities coming in at a daily basis, getting a hold of the city of Joliet, wanting to get inside that property, wanting to develop that property. We're working with Greg Pierbolt and Quinn Adamowski with the museum. The Joliet Historical Museum is slated to start opening tours on the main property around Memorial Day of this year. I'm confident, I think everybody who's dealt with this is confident that the interest and the demand to get inside that prison is there. It's going to be a success. Just last week at the council meeting, the city council approved a 1-year lease with Evil Intentions. It's a haunted house from Elgin. They have come in, they are investing their own money on the women's prison on the east side of College Street. Again, no cost to the city. They are investing private dollars into their prison to get it up and running. So it's an exciting time with what's happening at the prison. I think we took a big step in 2017 by finally getting this done. And I'm real curious a year from now when I give this speech, the success story that we're going to talk about what happened at that prison. Again, compliments to the city council and the city staff for taking the bull by the horns and being proactive about this. You know, when you do something like this, I know the other politicians in the room know this, you open yourself up for criticism, for the naysayers, the people say it's a money pit, it's a waste of time, it's never going to work. But I really credit the city council for being bold and taking this step. The status quo wasn't working, and this was leadership. The Joliet City Council showed great leadership, and I compliment them, and I'm confident that this was the right choice moving forward. Also in 2017, Silver Cross Hospital made an announcement. Silver Cross Hospital left the city of Joliet in 2012. Most of the Silver Cross Hospital campus had been left vacant during that period. The hospital had tried to market the facility or the area, but had been unsuccessful. In 2017, the hospital made the announcement. They are investing millions of dollars towards doubling that property, and they're going to remarket the property. We're very excited at what's going to come at that site. But I do want to thank Silver Cross Hospital for the commitment they made to Joliet. The Water's Edge project in the southeast part of Joliet opened in 2017. Thank you, Michael Simonson, the Housing Authority, for the investment they made. Again, this was a blighted neighborhood. It was urban blight. It's been torn down, replaced with new housing, a $19 million investment in an old Joliet neighborhood. Thank you again, Housing Authority. The Joliet Park District did the ribbon cutting and the groundbreaking for the Knoll Park Recreation Center. The Park District made a commitment to the people of Joliet to build a recreation center on the east side to match the recreation center currently built on the west side. This is a $6.5 million investment, again, in an older Joliet neighborhood. Thank you, Tom Parsons and the Joliet Park District for the hard work you're doing. Out west by the mall, Home to Home Suites opened. They did a ribbon cutting in 2017. This is another hotel in Joliet, adding 115 rooms to the roster of hotels within the city of Joliet. Down in the Rock Run area, 980 and Hobo Road, Holiday Inn Hotel and Conference Center is set to open within a month or two. This is going to be another 120 additional rooms coming to the city of Joliet. Thank you, Holiday Inn. Hawk Motors. Hawk was going to leave the city of Joliet. They had a letter of intent signed with another city to move out of Joliet. I was able to meet with the owners of Hawk, to meet with them and Tom Parsons in the Park District and the broker deal, keeping Hawk Motors within the city of Joliet. Not only staying, they've announced that they're going to expand their footprint, expand their business here in Joliet. So again, thank you Park District and thank you Hawk for keeping your commitment and staying committed to the people of Joliet. Just last week, we had a ribbon cutting at the University of St. Francis. I'm not sure if Dr. Johnson's here today. I think Arvin's did a great job. You tease him, just when you think there's no more space on that campus, Arvin finds a space to build a new facility. Last week, they opened the Laverne and Dorothy Brown Science Hall. It's a 3-story building of 48,000 square feet, right in the middle of that campus, right in the middle of that neighborhood. Thank you, University of St. Francis, for your commitment to Joliet and for that neighborhood and for improving yourself and your campus. Joliet Junior College had a major ribbon cut. If you remember last year, we talked about the facility they built downtown. And there was an article in one of the papers today talking about the great facility downtown. The junior college continues to plow forward. In 2017, they opened an 85,000 square foot recreation and event center on their campus. It's a wonderful ribbon cutting, a wonderful center. Thank you, Joliet Junior College. And again, thank you for your investment in Joliet. And then finally, the state of Illinois announced the Illinois Youth Center on the west side on McDonough Street had been shuttered for several years. I think after Governor Rauner took office, that was closed down. The state of Illinois made an announcement in 2017. They're going to get the Illinois Youth Center back online. It's going to be called the Joliet Treatment Center to treat and house people with mental disabilities. It is built to handle 422 residents. The state is committed to putting 296 people at work at that facility to start with. I want to compliment the state of Illinois, again, taking property that was abandoned in Joliet and getting it back in use. So thank you, state of Illinois. A quick rundown from 10,000 feet of some of the economic development. I try to spread it out citywide. There's a lot happening in our city. And again, it's important that we keep moving forward. For a city as big as Joliet, and for as old as Joliet, unlike some of the mayors who are here, we do have the room and the ability to expand. And we're doing it. We've been showing it year after year. We need to continue doing that moving forward. So again, compliments the city staff and city council, great job. So I'm going to wrap things up. What should we expect in 2018? I narrowed it down to 6 points. I'll probably go further, but I don't want to commit myself over instead. Number one, the Hobo Road Bridge. It's been talked about. Governor Rauner was in town a couple months ago. He mentioned the bridge again. This is something that, again, has been talked about and proposed for 15 years. Not a lot of action had moved on this. I want to compliment Centerpoint and the private people that have come forward and the state of Illinois, our state reps, state senators, Governor Rauner, Randy Blankenhorn, and the Illinois Department of Transportation. The state has made a $21 million commitment. The rest of the $160 to $180 million that's going to go towards this project is being raised by private funds. We know that we have an issue with the infrastructure in Joliet. We know the intermodal, Centerpoint, the intermodal in Joliet and in Elwood is the largest inland port in all of North America, and it's not completely built out. The Chicago Street exit off of I-80 was not built to handle the traffic that comes in every day to go down to the intermodal. Route 53 was not built to handle the traffic. I-80 was not built to handle this traffic. The Hoboken Road Bridge is not a solution, but it's a step in the right direction. It's a step towards getting the trucks off of Route 53, off of Chicago Street, onto a dedicated truck road to get it in and out of Center Point, in and out of Joliet. I absolutely believe you're going to see announcements on this in 2018, and you're going to see groundbreaking on this project in 2018. It's an exciting project. The downtown train station, which has been kicked around for many years, is set to open in just a couple of weeks. That's going to open in 2018. Toward the train station, it's a beautiful facility. I think the people of Joliet are going to be proud of what's coming downtown at the train station. I'm looking forward to the ribbon cutting. It should be just a couple of weeks from now. Jim Rolfe, when he gave a speech a couple of weeks ago about downtown, he described what's happening downtown as a renaissance. And he said the renaissance is happening in downtown Joliet. I agree with him. I think it's an accurate characterization. That renaissance is going to continue in 2018. There are going to be more announcements about restaurants, bars, entertainment venues, festivals and concerts. The renaissance is going to continue. I can tell you Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, in the middle of that snowstorm, I've had major developers in my office talking about new projects in downtown Joliet. So the renaissance is here, Jim. I agree with you. It's going to continue in 2018. The Cullinan project at I-80 and I-55. We talked about this for over a year now. Real briefly to update people on what's happening with this project. It's been characterized by many as a new shopping mall. It's kind of a mischaracterization. What Cullinan is proposing for that property in I-80 and I-55 is a multi-use property that will include retail, commercial, entertainment, food, possibly a medical campus, office buildings, logistics, and housing. This is an exciting project. It is a game changer, not just for our city, but for the entire region. I was in Washington, D.C. with representatives from Cullinan a couple months ago. We met with every federal representative in our two United States senators and their staffs regarding this project. I can tell you when I met with Senator Duckworth and her staff, and Senator Durbin and his staff, we didn't have to update them or explain what this was. They knew what this project was. They knew how important it was to the region. We do have their support. So we're very excited about this project. What Cullinan is proposing is going to bring in 8,000 construction jobs to build this and 5,000 permanent jobs. And the numbers they're running show an economic impact of $1.2 billion over a 20-year period. I think the Cullinan project is going to move forward in 2018. Again, I think there's going to be significant announcements, and I hope we start turning dirt out there on that site to get this project moving forward. The fifth thing that I'm going to point to is the 5-year plan. I talked about hiring David Hales, the process of hiring the city manager, and the interview process. One thing that Mr. Hales talked about, I think it really stood out to myself and others on the council, was a 5-year economic plan for the city of Joliet. Something that we just have not done adequately within the city. Every year, we debate and pass a budget. We do things like I talked about spending on utilities this year, hiring police officers and fire officers. There is not a long-term economic plan for the city. David Hales is currently beginning to work on that 5-year plan. He's going to present it to the Joliet City Council, to the people of Joliet in 2018. I think it's a big step forward. It's responsible government. It's intelligent government. I think you're going to see that in the coming months. And then finally, the last issue that's going to be addressed, I think, in 2018 will be the water plan and a plan to address the water issues facing the city of Joliet. As I and others have talked about, the city of Joliet is sitting on an aquifer, and it's not just our city, this is a regional. The entire western suburbs, north of Aurora, are drawing water off the same aquifer that is set to go dry within 10 to 15 years. As we sit here today, Joliet does not have a plan about what we're going to do to replace the water that's going to be lost from that aquifer. In 2017, I put together a committee outside the city council, outside the city employees, except for Jim Egan, to address this, to make recommendations to the city council. There are 13, what I've seen, 13 viable solutions to this problem. I'm asking this committee to narrow it down to 2 or 3 solutions, to get it to the city council. The city council and the people of Joliet are going to see these. We're going to debate them in 2018. We're going to make decisions. We're going to start moving forward on what the city of Joliet is going to do with the water. And I think it's crucial that we make the right decision here. I think it would be a tragedy if the wrong decision was made, and 20 or 30 years from now, another mayor, another city council has to come in and find a new source of water because the wrong decision was made. So again, I don't know if it's a brief summary of what's happening in Joliet, but it's as brief as I can make it. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and for your attention. Again, to the elected officials, to the business holders, the people who have a stake in this community, our visitors from outside the community, thank you very much. If there were any questions, I'd be happy to answer a couple. If not, have a great day, everybody, and thank you.
Williams, and I'm standing here with Mr. Ben Storis, who's with Cornerstone Services. And I have a question for you, sir. What did you think about the mayor's address today?
I thought the mayor did a wonderful job today outlining the things the city's accomplished in the past year and what the future looks like. At Cornerstone, we help people with disabilities to live and work in the community, so I'm always interested to hear about new things going on in the city, the economic activity coming. This last year, we helped 176 people find work in the community, so we're always finding ways to partner with local businesses, and the city's been a great supporter of Cornerstone, and I look forward to the future of the city here. I think there's great opportunities ahead, and a lot of opportunities for everybody that lives in Joliet, including people with disabilities.
Thank you, Mr. Storis. Now, my next question to you is that there was a whole lot of information that the mayor got out there. Was there anything that he didn't touch upon that you might have wanted to hear the mayor talk about today?
I don't know if there's anything specific that comes to mind right now. I think he covered a lot. There's a lot going on in the city in terms of the development going on. I think he did a great job. But I think he did a good job. There's a lot to cover today. Nothing that stands out to me that he didn't cover.
As I believe also, too. That was a lot of information, and he really was very eloquent in delivering it, for sure. Thank you, Mr. Storis.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with Ms. Denise Winfrey, Will County Board member, and I have a question for you, Ms. Winfrey. What did you think about the mayor's address today?
I was very pleased to hear Mayor Oderkirk talk about all the many things that are happening in Joliet. I'm a county board member, but I also live within the city limits, so it's important to me on both levels. I'm also pleased to hear him acknowledge all the different partnerships that are happening in the city between other businesses and between the county. That's an important piece of how we go forward down the path. So that's a good thing for the city, it's for the county, for the community overall. It's good for jobs, it's good for the housing market, and it's good for how we progress as a community.
Definitely, I agree with you wholeheartedly, and there was a lot of information in there, and the mayor was very eloquent about how he brought it out. But was there anything that he didn't touch upon that comes to mind to you?
Nothing that wasn't already stated. He mentioned the partnership with the City Center Partnership. I happen to be a part of that committee. Also the Collins Street Task Force, and the things that are happening to upgrade the infrastructure of Joliet, the bridge at Hubolt, all the many pieces that are happening that will make Joliet a community to be desired, will make young people and older people want to be here and to be a part of this community, make people want to build new housing starts here, want businesses to make businesses want to come and to grow and to develop here. I think overall it was an excellent presentation, and I look forward to all the changes happening in Joliet and the surrounding area.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Denise Winfrey of the Will County Board.
Thank you.
And I'm standing here with City Councilwoman at Large, Ms. Jan Quillman. Ms. Quillman, how did you like, or what did you think about the mayor's address today?
Well, I thought the mayor's address was jam-packed with information, and I'm so very excited to be part of the city council at this point, because for years I've been pushing to try to get Chicago Street open, and he's right. I mean, I've coined the Renaissance myself, because we are experiencing that, and it's a very exciting time in Joliet. So many things happening, and with, like he said, with the restaurants, business, economic development, on the east side, west side, north side, south side. I mean, it's just all over Joliet, and that's what's very exciting. It's not just one particular area.
Right. And I agree. But along with everything, all the information in that very short period of time, was there anything that the mayor may have missed upon that you might have wanted to hear?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
He covered it all in a very short time. I'm surprised that he did it, but no, he got it all pretty much, yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Janet Quillman.
Oh, you're welcome. And don't forget to come down this summer to all the festivities. And there's lots of concerts in the parks as well. And if you say there's nothing to do in Joliet, then you're not looking very hard.
You are missing the boat, and I'm a part of including you. And we're going to have a festival downtown this coming up this summer in 2018 also.
Well, great. I'm looking forward to that as well.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Quillman.
Thank you, Isaiah.
I'm glad to know progress is being made in the city and that he's open with sharing it to the community.
Was there anything that you would like to have heard him say that he didn't say?
No, not necessarily. Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
I'd like to get your feedback on what the mayor had to say today.
I thought he was a very good speaker. It was very interesting. It's great to see all the new construction come into the area. Real pleased.
Was there anything else that you would like to hear him say that maybe he didn't touch on?
No, I think he covered quite a bit. Thank you.
As do I. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Isaiah Williams, and I'm helping Ms. Julia Alexander today with Be Informed. I'd like to get your feedback today on what Mayor Ouderkirk had to say in his address. I'll start with you, Mr. Darden.
Thought it was a wonderful State of the City address. We learned a lot about what's going on in our city. The city's definitely in great financial health, and we're looking forward to some of the things that the mayor mentioned in 2018. Lots of economic development, lots of companies moving to the city, so definitely look forward to it. Cornell Darden Jr., Chairman of the African American Business Association of Joliet.
Thank you, Mr. Darden. Also to my right, I have Ms. Berneva McCullum. Ms. McCullum, was there anything in the mayor's address that that he didn't say that you were maybe wanted him to touch upon?
Well, I thought that he did really good. He didn't really touch on the Work Ready program and those difficulties that we have here, but he knows that we're working on them, but I would have liked to heard those from the front. And we are working with the college and working with the mayor on Work Ready. That's something that he's very interested in and correcting in the city. We have in certain communities a lack of employment, so we're addressing that. Otherwise, I thought the mayor did a terrific job in reporting the status and the state of Joliet and a lot of economic development and a lot of things that are going on for the city.
Thank you very much. And ma'am, will you address the
Hi. Yes, my name is Alicia Benford. I am a CPA from Bolingbrook, and I'm also a DuPage Township trustee, and I'm a candidate for state representative, and I cover a part of the Joliet area. So I was also excited about the economic development because that is definitely something that is needed in our state. We've had a lot of companies leave the state of Illinois, so to find out that in Will County and in the Joliet area that we'll be able to provide jobs for individuals will be absolutely fantastic. One of the things I'd like to try to do as state representative is get back that $1.6 million that Joliet has lost as a result of the budget that was recently passed, because I'm sure that they could use those funds for their job readiness program.
All right. I want to thank you very much, and definitely my pleasure to meet you. This is my first time meeting you here. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate this. And on behalf of Be Informed, I'm Isaiah Williams.
We also have the African American Business Association. I am vice president of the Work Ready program. Work Ready program is something that we're really involved in. We have 33% unemployment in the African American community. We're working with Joliet Junior College to improve those numbers. Also, the ABA, African American Business Association, where we are building black businesses in Joliet. We have 2 brick and mortar now that we have started, and that's Joyce Boutique, and we have Insure It with Natia Bass, so it's going really, really well. Looking forward to the economic development in Joliet for all people.
Hello, hi, my name is Isaiah Williams, and I'm helping out Miss Alexander today with Being Informed. I'm standing here with Miss Natalie Manley, the state representative. And Ms. Manley, I have a question for you. What did you think about Mayor Ouderkirk's address today?
My knee-jerk response was he did a phenomenal job. The mayor has an uncanny ability to be able to just talk to people, and he has, I think he said he shortened his speech for us. It was a long speech, but it's very informative. Everybody was very captivated. He gave a lot of information. He talked quickly, but we understood what he was saying. The mayor is also really good at giving credit where credit is due. And he thanked the city council for their bold and courageous voting of certain issues that need to be tackled. The mayor's a great leader. He's done a really good job, and I enjoyed the update. I come every year, and he does a really good job with that.
And I concur with you, Ms. Manley. Now, with all that information that was given out to us today, was there anything that the mayor did not touch upon that you might have wanted him to?
No, I think he did. He did say he had to cut some things out because there is a lot of information in 1 year. It gives you kind of a small insight into how busy his life is. But I think he didn't forget anything, but one of the great impressions I get of him is he understands how important it is for all levels of government to work together. Now, he may not be happy with some of the votes that we take in Springfield because it does impact him, but he is always willing to work with us, and I applaud him for that. He gets it. We have mutual constituencies, and the mayor is excellent at working at all levels of government, so I appreciate that very much.
Are you up for re-election in this term?
Yes, I am. I'm running in November, this November of 2018. I am the Democrat in the race. I am a CPA. I've been a CPA for over 20 years. I was raised professionally at Warmer Rogers, Duran and Ruzon, which is the oldest accounting firm here in Will County, and I'm very proud to have been part of their team and still do. So I've got a great background in the private sector, now in my 6th year as a state representative, and so I've got a unique skill set that I can take to Springfield, and so yes, the election can't come soon enough. It's going to be a tough year, but dedicated to the community here, and very honored to represent them.
Well, I'm glad I asked you that question. Ms. Natalie Manley, our state representative. Get out and vote. Hello, my name is Isaiah Williams, and I'm helping Ms. Julie Alexander today with Be Informed. I'm standing here with two nice ladies here, Ms. Maura Dunn, who is a candidate for circuit judge, and also Ms. Lauren Staley-Ferry, who is on the Will County Board, District 9 right now, and also running for
Will County Clerk.
Will County Clerk. So I have a question for you ladies here. I'll start with you, Maura.
All right.
What did you think about the Mayor Oderkirk's address today?
I thought it was really informative. I think that one thing that stood out to me is the courthouse, how it's going to be such a centerpiece built in the county seat of Joliet. I think it's really important. I hope it helps to continue to revive downtown, as Mayor Oderkirk stated. Being a prosecutor using the facilities every single day, we really do need an improved courthouse, and I'm excited that we broke ground on it in 2017, and I think it's going to be a wonderful centerpiece for downtown Joliet.
I agree. And Ms. Ferry, what did you think?
It was exciting to hear Mayor Oderkirk give his speech today. There is so much going on, and I know he was struggling with trying to fit all of the information into 45 minutes. And born and raised in Joliet, I am just thrilled to hear of all the economic development and being on the county board. It has been a pleasure to take the votes, bring jobs, work with the city. They've been a great partner. So just really excited to be part of that.
And being a local boy myself and going off to California and all parts beyond and being able to come back home, it's very exciting. My second question to both ladies here is that, was there anything that the mayor didn't touch upon, even though he got a lot in a short period of time? Was there anything that the mayor that you would have liked to hear him touch upon that he didn't get to?
He covered so much. I would have liked to have heard a little bit more detail on everything. I'm really excited about the economic development. It seems like we have so many projects going on, and I do see it downtown every day. And every day, although the construction is there's a lot of it, I see progress. And so I would have liked to have heard a little bit more, and maybe it's too technical, about the streets. And I know people are concerned about all the construction. So just kind of the plan going forward with that, although I think that would have taken maybe 3 hours instead of 45 minutes. So, but that's just my own personal, because I'm down here every day. Yes, so born and raised in Joliet, though. those one-way streets they still confuse me after 40 years. So.
I understand and I agree. And Ms. Berry, was there anything that you might have wanted to hear the Mayor Odekirk touch upon that he didn't get to, even though he had a lot of information in there?
He did have a lot of information. I mean, I think he covered everything as well as he could. I mean, we could sit all day and hear about everything and, all the different developments and traffic and infrastructure, plans. There is a lot to cover, but I think he did a great job. He gave credit where credit was due to the city council and the city staff, and I think he covered everything wonderfully.
All right, and as do I. And I want to thank both of you ladies, and good luck in your